Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are here on the beautiful Disney Dream once again. Y'all, it is a beautiful morning for an adventure. We are getting ourselves close and all set here at Lighthouse Point. I've been over here. I've been to Princess Cay, which is why everybody's like, oh, Disney Private Island. No, it's a private destination. Let's all remember that. Castaway's a island. Words are hard. But this is where we're going. Last night we cruised on down and around, kind of did a loop to be able to kind of pull ourselves in here. And really excited. This will be my first time docking here and first time here in general, so it's cool to be able to do it with the Disney Dream. You can see our beautiful destination right off the starboard side. Port side, sorry. Lack of sleep is really getting to me. That's the luxuries of having a baby, though. I love her to bits. Let's get on up here. Let's see if we can get ourselves a good view. Yeah, look at that. Nice 12 knots towards the island, and we are going to be docked right up along here. Very long way to be able to get yourself to the island, but people seem to like it, and I actually have the opportunity to visit Lighthouse Point next year. It's either June or May of next year. Where we will actually be sailing on the Disney Destiny and going to Lighthouse Point. So that'll be actually really exciting. What else? What else is going on in the world for us? I do have a cool video coming for you guys, whether it comes out before or after this one. A little inspiration for the Destiny. And it's going to be the sail out of that. Float out, I should say. I plan to do that. I got inspired. I see somebody, it's Blue Star Line. It's a Blue Star Line who does those animation videos. I saw it and I figured a couple things out. So there's a couple things that I'd like to actually do with the Destiny. Of course, using Alex's Wish model. Alex Butte, for anybody who's curious on Boosty, check him out. He makes amazing ships. He's working on more even right now as we speak. So, really, go support him. It's some pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, that is what we're kind of looking at. What else is going on? We were able to book our next cruise, so we'll be doing a 4-day with the Destiny next year. And in 2027, we are planning to go on the Disney Magic. Now, this is subject to change, but we wanted to book it while we could. In April, we have right now booked with the Disney Magic to leave from Galveston, Texas, and head to San Diego via the Panama Canal. Now, I've done a Panama Canal crossing prior. I've done the eastbound with the Disney Wonder in 2008, leaving from Los Angeles, stopping at Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta. I've never been good with names. I can't hear them, that's why. Stopping in Cartagena, stopping in... God, there was at least another place before we got to Castaway, but I honestly can't remember, unfortunately. I think maybe it was Aruba, or Aruba was 2006. Brain kind of turns to mush, but I'm very excited about going on this sailing. 8 days in sea, like I had said, leaving from Galveston and stopping at Cozumel, stopping at Cartagena, Cabo San Lucas, Ensenada, and then finishing in San Diego, and with, of course, the Panama Canal crossing. So this would be actually really neat. That would be Kit Kat's second cruise, and she'd be 2 at that point. So it's crazy kind of think about, like, oh my gosh, she'd be 2 years old and we bring in a 2-year-old on a ship. We're going to be bringing a 1-year-old next year. So she won't even be 1 yet, now that I think about it. She will not be 100% 1 yet. Man, time is going to fly, because eventually I will be talking about those in distant memory. But I do plan to, we'll do the virtual voyages, of course. So, yeah, these are all things that we get to look forward to. I'm very excited for things that will be coming in the future, and yeah, just life in general has been... Yeah. Sorry. I realize that there's a gap right now, and I apologize. Kind of getting lost in the moment of sailing. I'm also seeing messages from Danielle, who's attempting to get Katerina to sleep. Excuse me. So, thank you guys for your patience with the lack of videos, and thank you also for being okay with, like, my whispering that's kind of going on right now, and my lower tone, which of course also means that I have to clear my throat. Ooh, I just punched my microphone. Clear my throat a little bit more, because I am trying to keep it a little bit quiet to ensure that she's able to go to sleep. Now, we should have enough insulation once I can get a little bit more done on that wall, where I won't have to do that at night. I can't scream and yell, but I'll be able to at least communicate with you guys a little bit more clearly. Let's see. So yeah, we are going to be coming up and pulling alongside right here, facing that way. We'll be up on the port side. Excuse me. So I'm really, really excited about that. I always love going to new ports. That's kind of like one of the things that intrigue me about the idea of this Panama Canal cruise. Now, it's been a while since I've been at any of these locations, obviously. You know, I've done the Panama Canal, but it's been quite some time. It's almost been 20 years. But to be able to leave from Galveston and to be able to end in San Diego, it's kind of neat, especially since I've sailed from both of those places in Virtual Sailor. And it's always kind of cool if you've done, like, virtual sailed or virtual flown somewhere, to be able to then go do it in real life. That's kind of cool, you know. So I'd look forward to leaving and arriving to new destinations. Let's see. Sometimes you can just get lost in the beauty. I know. It's just a game with pixels and water. I always felt peace at sea. And that's why I almost worked on Disney Cruise Line. I actually was in talks with them for quite some time about possibly working for them and possibly getting a sailor's visa for Ella. That was one of my big things that I was starting to work on, and everything that she'd need to be able to travel the high seas regularly. And yeah, I just kind of ended up letting that dream go, and I wouldn't have changed it any other way. I'm quite happy where I am. I really just didn't want to be away from my family that long, be away from Danielle, and we knew that we wanted to start a family. So I don't regret my decision one bit for where I am, but it does make me long for cruising. Let's get ourselves to the bridge here on the beautiful Disney Dream, and let's get ourselves ready for docking here at Lookout Point. Now, am I going to hit it right? I think it's right here. Let's go through the doorway. Ta-da! Let's get on over here. I'm going to say this again because I've had to say it before. And I do want to reiterate once again. This vessel is no longer available. There is a lot of anger that goes around in this fandom. There's a lot of hoarding. There's a lot of people doing things they shouldn't. There's people who will take models, reskin them, and sell them. Now, I'm a very firm believer that a reskin of something, especially if you've paid for it, it's your property. You kind of can do what you choose to do with it. You've bought it. You're not leasing it. But you can't be selling it to other people. You can't be trading it to other people. If you're using it for personal use, that's what that purchase was intended for. I'm a very firm believer of that. But you can't be sharing it. That's why I will not share this version of the Disney Dream, the version that I've made of the Disney Fantasy, because they're not mine originally. I've made edits, for even the ship. From the originals, the paint scheme is different. Instead of black, this is the Monica blue. I did that. I updated the bow work, even though it does this weird flippy thing. I updated the name. I played with the windows a bit, couldn't get anything that I liked. I updated the reds, the logo, kept the dream the same in the back. For the fantasy, I did the artwork, like... Ella? Sorry, she's huffing the floor. I gotta make sure she doesn't do that. So, I've had people still bring that up and ask me, and I have to explain to them, again, no, this vessel is not available. I said that, first thing when we started the series. It's also interesting to think about this series. Because it takes me so long sometimes to film these, and especially with a new baby, everything's just kind of wonky. It's just a lot has happened in life since I started recording this for you guys. My dad had a stroke. We lost Beast, our white German Shepherd, that we've had with us for 10 years. We've had Katerina. We've moved into the new house. I've moved. I started a new job. Still trying to finish this house. Hi, Ella. Ella came to say hi. I wish she'd stay. I mean, if I told her to, she'd stay, but I don't ever want to force her to be next to me while I'm gaming. But it'd be cool to have, an Ella cam. It's just a lot. And I think that I'm handling it pretty well, all things considered. Ella? Come here. Ella, come here. You're not in trouble. I'm just trying to get you to come here. Just trying to get slowed down a little bit. Get down to... I didn't really want to get down to 7. We'll see if we can kind of get back up towards 8 as we get closer and closer to the wharf here. Hi. She's laid next to me. Kind of underneath my chair. In a very awkward spot. She's never been there before. She's been a lot more clingy since Beast passed away. And I can't blame her for that, she's younger than him, so her whole life he was here, and then all of a sudden we went out the door one day and he didn't come back. And I can only imagine what that is like for somebody who lived with him her whole life. So that's a bummer. And it's interesting because, for those of you who don't know, Ella is my service dog. I am partially deaf, so she hears things for me. I don't have a high frequency hearing. I don't have much high frequency hearing, so I can't really hear bells, alarms, sirens, whistles, stuff like that. So she helps me with that. She also guides me from noise and interactions that I just can't quite understand. My brain, well, my ears and my brain, if there's a lot of commotion and things going on, my brain actually can't process sound and kind of turns it off. So she's there to keep me safe. And keeps natural selection from happening. But it's very interesting because tonight, like right now, she's by my feet, and she's being quite clingy for her. Usually once we are home, she kind of gets the chance to be a dog and hang out. But she's being super alert tonight, and I don't know if it's because we have the windows open and she can hear something, or what's going on. Just trying to get things settled here, trying to get wife happy and baby happy, so I'm sorry for the random pauses that may come up. Just the little things. Alright, so we are getting up here. I'm going to turn off the throttle. I'm going to bring the throttle down to 0 and we will kind of get ready to coast in. I'm going to head out here to the bridge wing. Kind of get myself set up here. And again, we actually have some nice weather here this morning for getting ourselves docked. Our all-ashore time is 8:30, and we'll be leaving at 4:45 for a beautiful day at sea before we head back to Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades. So I'm actually really excited about that because that'll be another first for us. Oh, and like I was saying earlier, it's very interesting to think about this series and when it started and all the things that have happened, but to think after this video there's only 2 more before we're done with it. It feels like it's taken so long to get through the Disney dream, and I have a lot of people asking for a lot of different things. I've had people ask for the Carnival of Valor, which we do have a high quality version of. We have an MSC Europa. Me personally, I have about 100 ships, 100 plus ships of different variations to kind of choose from, and I don't know exactly which ones I want to use. I eventually want to do the Fantasy, that's a given. I want to do a version of with the Treasure and the Destiny with proper credit to Alex, obviously. For that, with a handful of trims and edits by me, and with full disclosure that is happening, just to be able to still explore the game. What else? That's a big rock right there. It's interesting. As we're slowing down, we're definitely getting hit a little bit more. So we're just gonna have to be cautious of that as we come alongside. Yeah, big rise, big fall. So we kind of just bob here. That's okay. I'm just gonna give a little bit of throttle. Just to kind of get ourselves moving a little bit more. And again, a good sail in, and the sail out's going to be so easy. It's going to be such a boring episode. We'll actually take some time to try to walk around and maybe talk a little bit about this, and I'll do my own research before we start heading back to Florida. Because, like, again, it's going to be... yeah. And, sorry if it doesn't seem like I have as much energy. It's weird how when things kind of compile in life and you say that you're okay, it's like that meme. It's the meme format. You say you're fine, but you're not fine, you know. There's a lot of truth behind that of hoping that you're going to be fine. And you're trying to be fine. You know? But I know that I have support from Danielle. I know support from Kit Kat, even though she doesn't know it. I know I have support from my new coworkers. They've been fantastic to work with. We actually just did our first show. Well, I did my first show there in that new role, which was really cool. We got to do a show with 38 Special. If anybody knows who they are, they were pretty famous. They just celebrated 50 years together. So it was really cool to be able to see them and work with them and work their crew. Very professional crew, great crew. So super high praise to them. And really big praise to my crew as well for holding up what are my expectations of excellence. Alright, I'm going to start just kicking in a little bit of that stern thruster. Just to kind of kick it over a little bit more. Just going to keep watching that bow. I'm going to just kick it over just a little bit. A nice 1.5 knot right now. We can probably get up to 2, but I'm just wanting to make sure that we're careful getting ourselves in here. Very nice, plenty of room. I swear I just heard my second computer next to me try to do something. Gonna have to keep an eye on that because that wasn't weird at all. I'm gonna kick a little bit more with that bow thruster. A little bit closer than I'd like to be. I'd like to get it off just a little bit. Of course, we're at 3 knots, so I'm gonna try to bring us back down again, just alongside, trying to keep it nice and smooth. I'd even want to be going like 2 knots right now. I didn't like that we were up to 3, so that one's on me. There. Kick the stern over a little bit more. Sanitation, trolleys, trams, everybody's ready to welcome us here. Which is always a really nice way to welcome everybody onto the island. That's good. We'll kind of do our pre-announcement here. One of my favorite things was always, you weren't even fully docked yet, and they'd play the horn. Get you excited for the day and really up for the day. Looking good. Still a pretty good breeze out here on the sea. I'm just going to pop outside just to be able to look. Oop, we are deep in the water. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that ship looks beautiful. A little chunky, but still beautiful. Gonna work on getting the stern over a little bit more. I find it very interesting that there's an American flag flying here. There shouldn't be. That should definitely be a Bahamian flag. This is not a U.S. port. Look at that long ramp. Oh my goodness. To the buildings and everything. And the cabanas. Again, I've never been here, so it'd be very interesting to check it out. I've been down here. I've been at... Can I actually even see it? Oh my god, I can. I've been at the carnival side with the Carnival Pride. How's that looking, actually? Are we almost center? Actually, we almost are. A little bit more. Just a smidge. Just to get us a little bit closer. We'll kill it there, and where she ends, she ends. Let's get that set up to 10. Oh, 12, sorry. Let's get you set up to 10 for now. Bow always moves faster. Stand by for locking. Oh, for freezing, I should say. Kill the bow. Watch the stern. Bring back in the bow. Take it out completely. And that's actually as far as the hitbox is going to allow us to go. So with that, as we get ready to dock...
This is the duty officer speaking from the bridge. We'll be sounding our ship's horn from the forward funnel. For those of you on the open decks at this time, you may want to cover your ears. Again, we'll be sounding our ship's horn from the forward funnel. And for those of you that are on the open decks, at this time, you may want to cover your ears. Thank you for your attention.
I love how I can easily mess that up. Oh, I can't grab you. Okay, good. Oh, you're not going to find a home? Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, you won't find a home past... Ooh, wait. Yeah, you won't get up there. That's always a bummer. Sorry to anybody who actually wanted to listen to that. That is my mistake. I forget that it gets all warpy. But there you go, everybody. We are here. We are docked. Welcome to Lighthouse Point, here at the beautiful Disney Dream. We made it. That's cool. And thank you guys for hanging out. It's nice to be able to talk to you guys from time to time. But that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and I really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.